Did you know that in 2014, North Korea threatened to bomb theaters in the US, and all because of a movie? Hey, I'm Dr. Panda, your only friend who owns a collection of 15 identical hats. And today, I'm gonna unlock a memory for you. This is the story of how a Hollywood movie pissed off the North Korean government so badly, it almost started a war. What was the movie about, and why did it make Kim Jong-un so mad? What were the consequences? And what happened to the movie in the end? Stick around to find out. Let's rewind a bit. The year is 2014. Pharrell Williams' Happy is the best-selling song of the year. Yeah, back then, people used to actually buy songs. Vine and Snapchat are all the rage. And everyone's dumping buckets of freezing water on themselves for internet clout. That same year, Sony was getting ready to release The Interview, an action comedy movie starring Seth Rogen and James Franco. The film's premise was bold, maybe a little too bold, as we'd soon find out. In it, Rogen and Franco played two journalists invited to North Korea to interview the supreme leader, Kim Jong-un. But before their trip, the CIA recruits them with one simple mission.
You want us to kill the leader of North Korea?
The movie was scheduled to hit theaters in June 2014. It was a big deal for Sony, so they locked in one of their prime release dates. But things didn't go as planned. That same month, just before the release, The Guardian reported that the film had touched a nerve with the North Korean government. No one really took it seriously at first, but then things escalated. Fast. North Korea's state-run news agency, KCNA, released a statement saying their government promised stern and merciless retaliation if the movie was released. The situation got so intense that the North Korean government wrote directly to then-President Barack Obama, asking him to pull the movie. And with that, Sony had no choice but to step in. The release was pushed back to December while the studio made changes to the way North Korea was portrayed in the film. But one thing was non-negotiable: Kim Jong-un's death scene. It was a core part of the plot, so Sony decided they could tone it down a bit, but they would not remove it. Unfortunately for them, that wasn't enough. North Korea wasn't satisfied with a few edits, and what started as a protest quickly turned into a full-on attack against one of Hollywood's biggest studios. A rainy day in November that year, Sony's offices entered full panic mode. A mysterious North Korean hacker group called Guardians of Peace had breached their computer networks, leaking an insane amount of internal emails, some of which included execs trash-talking actors, directors, and even the US president. They also leaked employee records and a bunch of Sony's upcoming unreleased films. Without a doubt, though, the most outrageous leak uncovered by the hackers was how bad Sony's PowerPoint presentations are. Despite the chaos, Sony stood its ground, saying the movie would hit theaters in mid-December. But just when it seemed like Sony had won, the hackers dropped their final bombshell. On December 16th, they posted a crystal-clear message, warning people to stay away from theaters showing The Interview, including the upcoming premiere. North Korea wasn't playing games. Cue mass panic. First, Rogen and Franco canceled all their scheduled public appearances, and Sony pulled all TV ads for the film. Then, theater chains like ArcLight and Carmike announced they wouldn't be showing it. That snowballed into major chains like AMC, Cinemark, and Cineplex backing out. One by one, theaters started jumping ship. At that point, Sony had no choice but to scrap the movie's wide theatrical release altogether. The film was dead. No one would ever see it. North Korea had won, but then something unexpected happened. Instead of silencing the movie, the controversy turned into the best marketing campaign it could have ever had. The Interview started spreading like wildfire across file-sharing websites. Now, everyone wanted to see it. Although the big companies couldn't beat the censorship, regular people were more than ready to fight back. So much so that, according to Torrent Freak, The Interview was downloaded over 1.5 million times in just 2 days. The movie even got a full theatrical release in the UK and Ireland in February 2015, and you can find it on streaming platforms to this day. Remember those weird monoliths that started popping up in the desert in 2020? I mean, what was up with that? And who even put them there? I made a video about it, so check it out here.